In section 4 of our triangle congruence chapter, we're going to look at proofs. But let's do a little review here of congruence. Remember that congruence has to have the same number of sides. And then all corresponding sides equal. And corresponding angles equal. Let's review CP-CTC. That stands for corresponding, and I'm going to abbreviate, parts of congruent triangles are congruent. And again, notice the CP-CTC comes from CP-CTC there. Okay, let's do a little review here. Identify which property will prove these triangles congruent. So we have these choices right here. SSS stands for side, side, side. SAS, side, angle, side. ASA, angle, side, angle. AAS, angle, angle, side. HL in right triangles for hypotenuse, leg. Or none, meaning they can't be proven congruent from the given information. So if you look at number 1, we don't have congruent. Notice this doesn't match this right here. So this one would be, they're not congruent. The angles aren't congruent either. If you look at 2, we're dealing with a right triangle, and we have the hypotenuse congruent. Remember, hypotenuse is across from the right angle. And we have a leg congruent to the other leg, so that would be congruent, or those two triangles would be congruent by hypotenuse leg. In number 3, we've got an angle here congruent. We have a side congruent. And remember, we have a vertical angle here and vertical angle here, so we have an angle. So if I look at the bottom triangle, that would be angle, then the side, then the angle. So ASA would prove those triangles congruent. If you look at number 4, we've got a congruent angle there to that angle, congruent side there to that side. And notice these two triangles share a side, so we would have a side congruent to itself by the reflexive property. And so notice, if we're looking at this, that would be side, angle, side, the angle between two congruent sides right there. So that would be SAS, side, angle, side congruency. If you look at number 5, okay, here we have side, side, and then the angle. So side, side, angle, and that does not prove congruency. So side, side, angle does not prove congruency. Or think of it this way, the bad word the other way does not prove congruency. If you look at number 6, we've got right triangle. Okay, so we're dealing with a right triangle. We know the hypotenuse is congruent here to the hypotenuse here. And we know that a leg is congruent to the leg here. So that is hypotenuse leg.